A while back, this channel put out a video featuring 10 Yankees who could be gone in 2023. Now that the season is over, it's time for the official prediction. Which Yankees have played their final games in pinstripes? Here's my prediction for 5 Yankees who will not be back in 2023. Number 5, Marwin Gonzalez, who will be 34 years old in 2023. He had just a 0.8 wins above replacement, a 185 batting average, 6 home runs. He's in there for his versatility. He can play all over the diamond, but the Yankees have a younger player, Oswaldo Cabrera, who can do the same thing for a lot less money. I think Marwin Gonzalez has played his last game as a Yankee, but really he did exactly what the Yankees wanted him to do. He filled in all over the diamond and gave guys valuable days off. However, all things must come to an end, and Marwin Gonzalez's tenure is going to be over soon.
The luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Number 4, Aaron Hicks. And yes, I'm well aware that Aaron Hicks is not a free agent until after the 2025 season, and that he's owed $10 million per season up to that point. But this is just one of those situations where he's outlasted his usefulness and it's a bad contract, and the Yankees are going to have to eat it and just designate him for assignment or outright release him if you can't find somebody to take that contract. His roster spot is more valuable than he is, and though he makes the occasional outstanding defensive play, the metrics don't love him anymore, and though he gets the occasional big hit, they are few and far between. He hit just .216 with 8 home runs and 40 ribbies. He said before the season that he was going to get 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases, and with just 8 home runs and 10 stolen bases, let me do a little bit of math here, check my notes. Yeah, that's less. Just an 86 OPS plus, so about 14% below league average. I think Aaron Hicks is history with the Yankees, and to be honest, it couldn't come soon enough.
The most famous baseball player of all time, Babe Ruth.
Number 3, Jameson Taione. And this one was a little bit tough for me because I personally like Jameson Taione as a pitcher. He's got great command. He's thrown a ton of innings the last couple of years, been a real workhorse. But he's going to want a big contract, and his WAR was just 1.2. He was 14-5 with a 3.91 ERA after getting off to a very good start. But you can say this for him. He made 32 starts, and he threw 177 1/3 innings with a 1.128 whip. That is valuable. However, according to the metrics, it's not valuable enough. I think he's going to want a big contract to take him late into his career, at least 5 seasons. And I think that the Yankees are going to be allocating their funds elsewhere. They still got to re-sign Aaron Judge. They've probably got to find a closer, and you might re-sign Andrew Benintendi. I think they will. And that doesn't leave a lot of money left over for a 31-year-old pitcher, especially when you've got some other guys who could fill in just as admirably. Domingo Germán showed that he was excellent in the second half, and I think he could slide right back into Jameson Taione's rotation spot. And with Frankie Montas coming back along with Nestor Cortez and Garrett Cole and a very affordable team option on Luis Severino, I think Taione is the odd man out. Number 2, Josh Donaldson. Donaldson was a shell of his former self offensively this season, and he hit just .222 with 15 home runs and 62 ribbies. The on-base percentage was low, just .308. The OPS plus was 94, so 6% below league average. Now, he did have a 2.4 wins above replacement, so he was an excellent defensive third baseman. But the Yankees have a couple of other guys who can play third base. IKF, he won a Gold Glove at third base. Oswaldo Cabrera can play third base. There's a non-zero chance that one of the top prospects, Anthony Volpe, or possibly even Oswald Peraza, could shift over to third base. I don't know what the Yankees plan to do at third base, but I don't think it's going to include Josh Donaldson for a second year. I think the Yankees will trade him and take on part of the salary, and how much of the salary they're willing to eat will be directly proportional to the quality of the prospect that they get back in return. I don't expect the Yankees to get a big haul for Josh Donaldson, but at this point, really, I'll take anything.
If you don't like it, you're fired.
You haven't hired me yet.
And number 1, Aroldis Chapman. This one is as much of a slam dunk as you can have. This man quit on his teammates. He showed his true colors. He showed that he was selfish. He missed time during the middle of the season by getting a tattoo on his leg, which got infected. And then he skipped a final workout before the playoffs because he wanted the assurance that he was going to be on the postseason roster. He didn't want to have to compete for a position like everyone else. The Cuban Missile is too good for that. Well, I'll tell you what, if you got hit a little bit less this year, you wouldn't have had to compete. You would have been on the roster, but you're just not effective anymore, Aroldis. So I wish you the best of luck in Miami. You know what? No, I don't. You can go f*** yourself. A reminder, these are just my predictions, and I've got one more honorable mention, and that's Kyle Higashioka. Not that he hasn't done a fine job as a backup, but I think that as he gets older, the Yankees will want to bring in a younger, fresher set of legs, and that could be Ben Rortvedt, who's also a left-handed hitter, which gives them one more additional lefty bat in Yankee Stadium. So that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments.